1988. You can barely walk anymore. But today, you made them bring you to the garage. You needed to see it one more time. The F40 is sitting right there in front of you, red, aggressive, alive. You put your hand on the hood. It's cold, but you can almost feel the engine breathing. Your team is standing behind you, quiet. Nobody says a word, because they all know this is goodbye. You close your eyes, and your whole life comes back to you in seconds. Let me take you there. It's 1908. You're 10 years old. You're standing on the side of a road in Modena, Italy, and for the first time in your life, you hear a car engine. Not a horse, not a cart, a machine, roaring, alive. Every kid around you covers their ears, but you step closer. Something inside you just shifted forever. You go home that night and tell your father, "I want to work with cars." He smiles. He doesn't take you seriously. Nobody does. You're just a poor kid from a small town, but that sound never leaves your head. Fast forward. You're 20 now. The war just ended. Your brother died in it. Your father is gone. You have no money, no connections, no plan. Just that sound, still in your head. You take a train to turn. You walk into Fiat's headquarters. Your shoes have holes in them. You sit down across from a man in a suit, and you tell him you want to work with cars. He looks at you, up and down, and he says no. You walk back out onto the street. It's cold. You have nowhere to go. Most people in your position would give up, but you don't feel defeated. You feel something else. Anger. Good. A small company called Alfa Romeo gives you a chance. Not to build, not to design, to drive. You get in the car for the first time. No seatbelt, no safety, just you and the road. You press the accelerator, and for the first time since your brother died, you feel alive. You start winning races. People start saying your name. Enzo Ferrari, the man from Modena. But every time you win, you're thinking about something else. You don't want to drive other people's cars forever. You want to build your own. 1923, you win a race in Ravenna. A woman approaches you after. She's the mother of Francesco Baracca, Italy's greatest war hero. She hands you something, a badge, a prancing horse on a yellow background. "Put this on your cars," she says. "It will bring you luck." You look down at it. You have no idea that one day, the entire world will recognize this symbol. 1939. You leave Alfa Romeo. You start your own team, Scuderia Ferrari. You're finally doing it. Then World War II begins. Your factory gets bombed. You rebuild. It gets bombed again. You rebuild again because you have no other choice. Stopping is not something you understand. 1947. The war is over. You're in a small garage in Maranello. 12 men, barely any money, and one dream. The Ferrari 125S is almost ready. You walk around it slowly. You run your hand along the body. This is not an Alfa Romeo. This is not a Fiat. This is yours. Your name is on it. Your brother's memory is in it. Your father's smile is in it. You start the engine. That sound, the same sound you heard when you were 10 years old on that road in Modena, except this time, you built it.
The 1950s. Ferrari wins everywhere. Formula One, Le Mans, Mille Miglia. Journalists call you Il Commendatore, the commander. You walk into rooms and people go quiet. You built this from nothing, from a boy with holes in his shoes. But at home, your son Dino is sick. He's 24 years old, same fire in his eyes as you, same obsession with engines. You always thought he would take over Ferrari one day, but the doctors tell you his muscles are giving up. There's no cure. You sit next to his bed one night. The man who beat Ford, the man who conquered Le Mans, is sitting in a hospital chair holding his son's hand, completely powerless. 1956. Dino closes his eyes for the last time. Something inside you closes with him. You never talk about it publicly, but everyone around you sees it. The way you look at young engineers who remind you of him. The way you name an entire car after him, the Ferrari Dino. Because when you can't say the words, you build them instead.
1960s. Ferrari needs money. Ford comes to you. Henry Ford II himself. You sit across from him. He wants to buy Ferrari. You're listening. You're actually considering it. Then his lawyers put the contract on the table. You read it. They want control of your racing program. They want to tell you which races to enter. They want to put a leash on Enzo Ferrari. You stand up. You pick up the papers, you put them back down, and you walk out. Ford is furious. He spends millions trying to beat you at Le Mans just for revenge. 1966, Ford GT40 versus Ferrari. They beat you. It hurts, but you never regret walking out of that room, because Ferrari is not a business to you, it's a religion. Eventually, you sell part of Ferrari to Fiat, not because you want to, because you have to. You sign the papers, and that night you sit alone in your office. The room is quiet. You look at Dino's photo on your desk. "I'm keeping it alive," you tell him. That's all that matters. 1988. Back in the garage. Your hand is still on the F40. 200 miles per hour. No electronics, no driver aids. Just raw power and courage. Just like you. You turn to your team. You nod. No words needed. 3 months later, you are gone. But the car remains. The F40, the last Ferrari you ever approved. You started with nothing. A boy with holes in his shoes who walked into Fiat and got laughed at. You lost your brother, your father, your son. You got bombed twice. You got rejected countless times. And still, you built the most iconic car company in history. Not for money, not for fame, for that sound. The same sound you heard when you were 10 years old, standing on the side of a road in Modena. You were Enzo Ferrari, and the horse is still prancing.